Welcome back, folks, to the old Straight-n-Strop shop. This would be video number 2 for the restoration of these scales. If you remember from the last one, these came with an inlay. Well, through Hollywood magic, there's a small spot here, but that's actually more on the inside. If you get down, looking down through there, you can see that it's on the outside a little bit, but that's probably my own damn fault. But as you can see, they look fine. No one is going to notice this, and surely not my bubby who owns these razors. I think that these are going to be a wonderful set of scales for a razor. As a matter of fact, if we pulled the weight off, these are probably a little bit larger. No, that'll work. But we could, oh yeah. That's not a bad looking razor. We can go ahead and do that. We can do that. Another good tool to have in restoration is one of these. The pinholes, alright, are never big enough for a 1/16 or whether you're using metric or imperial, they're just not big enough. Go in from the back, don't go in from the front. That way, if you happen to pull out and jab, you're not messing up your product here. So first things first is to make sure that the blade is going to work on these. Waller these out before trying to do the old in and out here. And I'm putting pressure to the sides, and this will allow it to go through. Alright, so then we'll pull out these little bad boys here. These are for sale in my shop. It's brass nuts. It is a stainless steel thread. Washers are for the outside of the scale, so you don't mess it up. You can get that through there. And these are for mock-up. Now you can put your washers in there too. You can also use these if you have scales that are off-center. You can add washers to one side to figure out how many washers you have to one side to get your blade to work. I've got a genius who makes all my hardware. Shout out to Soren in Romania. I am a wholesaler of his equipment. So this is what those bolts do. This allows me to get in here. Yeah, I could put another set of bolts in there if I wanted to, but I don't really need to. I'll just put that spacer in there, and it gives me an idea of, is this blade even going to work? Well, hell yeah. They're laying straight. That's going to go in there well. I'll have to widen that spacer so we can get that blade down to about there. Right there is where we need it. So, set the blade to where you need. Get a good look at the space you need there. About 2 of these. This is where you can bring in the old steelies or leadies. Oh yeah. That's a nice looking razor, huh, folks? Alright, so there we go. That one ain't gonna work. That's just not enough. Actually, you know what? We could probably use that. That's not a bad look there. These points stick out a little bit, but that's not bad. And that's the right. We want the barber's notch to stick out so you can grab it. And it shows the weight a little bit. So that's what we'll do. We'll use these scales with this blade. That's going to make a nice razor. Nice oldie. Outstanding. I don't have these bolts listed. One, I haven't decided how much I'm going to sell them for. Two, I don't have a whole lot of them, and I'm stingy. Sorry. There isn't a mock-up bolt tree. And I know some of you that might end up watching this video have ordered from my buddy, and it takes a while. I've had shipments last 11 weeks. 11 weeks. That's a long time to wait for hardware. That is exactly why he asked me to sell for him. And I agreed. So these are good to go. They need a little cleaning, but that's not a big deal. That's nothing to worry about. I will use this spacer. Actually, I might use that one. I think that one's big enough to cut and make fit better. Oh yeah. That'll work real nice. Okay, so we'll use that spacer. Next on the list is the blade. Well, that's a totally different ball game. We're gonna pop these two. Those aren't in bad shape. Little dings like this, folks, if you have a problem with those, get over yourself. These are parts of history. Some of these razors carry an age that it would give them a free ticket to a museum. Name other things that are over a century old that we are constantly customizing and using almost on a daily basis. There isn't. Usually things that old end up sitting in museums or at a curio cabinet or display box. Maybe even a safe deposit box. Nah, we use them. They're razors. So if you got a problem with the little dings and nicks, and that's a good set of scales. It just needs cleaned up, smoothed out. So we're actually going to keep those. That's got a lot of flavor. I like it. Alright, those will stay. The Stovo. I remember when he got these. I have a set of bamboo Dovo. But Dovo makes their scales so freaking wide all the time. They're so bulky and they feel so fake. They just don't feel good. I don't like them. So we'll find something to do with these. We'll probably just leave them alone. What's next here? Yeah, that ain't gonna fly for me. It works fine, but I'll never let a razor leave the shop with that. That can be fixed. It also doesn't look like there's any kind of a warp or bend to the tang or blade, which means, for all intensive purposes, if these were straightened out, they would still work. Oh, these little guys are tough. You might end up seeing me drill or cut. Everybody always talks about how nippers destroy scales. Well, not if you get them flat, man. You're gonna see me break a set of scales before it's all said and done. I don't know if I can get up underneath these without breaking them or not. I was holding my breath on that one. You know, I need to shave these down. Make them more like that. Give them a bevel. And they'd be able to get in there a little easier. There we go. Oh. Wow. That's fine. We've got spacers, we've got wedges, we've got material to make more. And we don't want to ruin these. They got that nice inlay on them. Somebody said I'm not speaking loud enough, or they have a hard time hearing me. But, yeah. Okay. So before we get started on this one, or get any further, what we're going to do is get a good look. How far are they going to be away? There we go. So see them lips here and here. Those spots, when we go to clean these or we go to polish these up, we'll have to be careful about those. Any kind of paper, cloth, or even a paper towel. If it grabs that, it's foobar. And we'll toast them instantly, and we don't want to break these. I've got a set of these sitting around, so I could replace them, but we don't want to lose these. They're in great shape. That is a beautiful inlay. It's all there. It's in great condition. It's going to shine up and look really, really nice when we're done. Signing out.